Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the 13 most luxurious castles in the world. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. These castles aren't only remnants of the country anymore. They give the environments and towns. They are in a special flavor and personality. A castle is frequently the focal point of the old town, especially in Europe. The interest that beautiful castles arouse in us causes us to wonder what it must have been like for those who attained such tremendous wealth and power. People have a fascination with the kings, queens, and lords who formerly enjoyed high living in the most luxurious estates in the world, similar to how people today follow the rich and famous. Castles provide a glimpse into a bygone world of fairies. 1. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. This is probably the first castle that springs to mind when picturing a lovely one. King Ludwig II of Bavaria, sometimes referred to as the Crazy King, constructed Neuschwanstein Castle in the 19th century. Regardless of how insane he was, his unconventional lifestyle and vivid imagination undoubtedly contributed to the creation of the classic fairy tale palace. Even in Germany, which has so many magnificent actual castles, it is truly unique. The imposing Neuschwanstein Castle, with its blue towers and white limestone exterior, is perched on a rough slope. It is so gorgeous that Walt Disney used it as the model for his Cinderella Castle. 2. Bran Castle, Romania. The 13th century fortification, known as Bran Castle, towers impressively above a sheer precipice. The castle is known as Dracula's Castle because of the way its dramatic construction makes one think of Bram Stoker's Dracula book. It is without a doubt the most recognizable and well-known castle in Romania. Central Romania's Bran Castle is located on the Wallachian and Transylvanian border. It is located roughly 100 miles, 174 kilometers, north of Bucharest, the capital of Romania. 3. Château de Chambord, France. As far as French castles and royal palaces go, this is among the most breathtaking. Château de Chambord is an over-the-top estate that embodies Europe's finest royalty and excess. This 16th century royal palace, designed in the French and classical Renaissance styles, is the largest chateau in France's Loire Valley. Though distinct from the medieval castles of Europe, it is aptly fortified with bastion towers and a nifty moat. 4. Alhambra, Spain. The Alhambra in Granada is a hilltop fortress that's undoubtedly one of the most Instagrammable places in Spain. This castle-turned-royal palace is a magnificent display of Islamic art and architecture brought to Spain by the Moors during the Middle Ages. Its intricate architecture and lush gardens make Alhambra one of the most beautiful castles in Europe and the world. The Alhambra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that epitomizes Spain's diverse cultural heritage. It's also one of the top tourist attractions in the country. During a visit to this pretty castle, consider staying in one of these unique accommodations. 5. Windsor Castle in England is among the most beautiful castles in the world, the biggest and oldest occupied castle in the world. Windsor Castle has constructed around 1,000 years ago. Queen Elizabeth frequently holds state functions at this royal palace for celebrities from across the world on weekends. You can also locate St. George Chapel, a revered location for royal rituals, weddings, and funerals, inside this enormous castle complex. Just south of the Thames River, Windsor Castle dominates the historic district. The airport at London Heathrow is only 10 miles away, and it is conveniently placed 30 miles from London. 6. Tourbillon Castle, Switzerland. Built during the 13th and 14th centuries, Tourbillon Castle is one of the most beautiful castles in the world. This fairy tale castle proudly stands atop a hill overlooking the Swiss countryside. The breathtaking views are well worth the strenuous uphill climb. Located in southern Switzerland, Tourbillon Castle is 75 miles, 120 kilometers, south of Bern and 93 miles, 150 kilometers, east of Geneva. During a visit to one of Europe's fancy castles, consider one of these cool stays. 7. Eltz Castle, Germany. This medieval castle looks like it's something out of a fairy tale. Built in the 12th century, Eltz Castle is one of Germany's most magnificent castles. This imposing structure has 100 rooms and 8 floors. Despite its age, this Romanesque and Gothic castle is remarkably well preserved. Ult's Castle is 90 miles, 145 kilometers, west of Frankfurt, and 68 miles, 110 kilometers, south of Cologne, Germany. For Harry Potter fans, and just about everyone else, this is one of the best castles in the world, hands down. 8. Osaka Castle in Japan is among the coolest castles in the world. The most beautiful castles in the world aren't just exclusive to Europe. Japan boasts some impressive castles of its own, most notably the 16th century Osaka Castle. This 5-story fortress is surrounded by stone walls and a moat, which acted as a defensive shield for the revered ruler who lived there, Toyotomi Hideyoshi. It becomes particularly photogenic during cherry blossom season in early April. 9. Mont Saint-Michel, France. Mont Saint-Michel is one of the best castles in the world that will transport you back to the Middle Ages. Located on a tidal island, it's not just a rocky fortification, but also an entire medieval city. Here, you'll find an historic church, restaurants and hotels, museums and shops, all looking out over the sea. This iconic site has also been a pilgrimage site dating back to 700 AE. Interestingly, Mont Saint-Michel is also known for its tidal oscillations. Its low and high tides are only 6 hours apart and can reach over 45 feet. The tides come crashing in at a rapid pace, making it a must-see as one of the coolest castles around the world. 10. Hohenzollern's Fortress, Austria. Located in the heart of Salzburg, one of Europe's most beautiful cities, lies the Hohenzollern Fortress. Built between 1077 and 1519, the Hohenzollern Fortress is one of the largest medieval castles in all of Europe. It's perched 1,660 feet, 506 meters, above the Old Town, offering sweeping views of the Austrian countryside. 11. Vianden Castle, Luxembourg. Luxembourg, which has a population of about 590,000, is frequently overshadowed by its Benelux neighbors, Belgium and the Netherlands. Luxembourg's opulent castles, however, make up for its diminutive size. Vianden Castle, which was constructed between the 11th and the 14th centuries, is one of Europe's biggest castles from the Roman and Gothic eras. With only 200,000 visitors annually, Vianden Castle is a little-known site that merits some attention. 12. Bojdes Castle, Slovakia. As far as medieval fortresses go, this is among the most beautiful. Tracing back to the 12th century, Bojdes Castle showcases a dazzling mix of Gothic and Renaissance architecture. This impressive castle is chock full of lavish artwork and furniture. Today, it's considered one of the oldest and most historically significant monuments in all of Slovakia. It's also one of the best and most beautiful castles in Europe. 13. Scala Castle, Italy. Interested in entering one of the world's most stunning castles? See the Scala Castle on the shores of Lake Garda. In northern Italy, on the shores of Lake Garda, stands the prestigious stronghold known as Scala Castle. One of the best preserved castles from the 13th century, this fortress features a lovely drawbridge and lofty turrets. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.